Hi guys, my name is Angeline Reyes, and today my topic is going to be about why mental health matters and why prioritizing it can positively transform our lives. So let's begin with why this topic deserves our attention. According to the National Institute of Mental Health in 2024, 1 in 5 adults in the United States experience a mental illness every single year. That means that whether we realize it or not, mental health challenges affect people sitting around us, living in our homes, and even ourselves. Despite how common these conditions are, many people fail to recognize the early signs of emotional strain. Things like persistent worry, irritability, or feeling overwhelmed. By the time most people seek help, their symptoms have already grown stronger. Research also shows that when mental health concerns are acknowledged early, the likelihood of positive long-term outcomes increases significantly. This shows that awareness is not optional, but it is essential. Now let's talk about the need. According to the World Health Organization's 2024 Mental Health Fact Sheet, untreated mental health conditions significantly increase the risk of developing chronic physical illnesses. Mental and physical health are closely connected, and when one declines, the other often follows. Declining mental health also affects relationships. It becomes harder to communicate, harder to stay patient, and harder to maintain trust. This makes everyday interactions more stressful. For example, depression is still the leading cause of disability worldwide. It directly impacts people's ability to stay motivated, productive, and engaged in life. When people do not prioritize mental health, the consequences reach far beyond the individual. They affect families, workplaces, and entire communities. But we can take steps to address this. According to the American Psychological Association's 2024 research updates, individuals who seek support often experience major reductions in symptoms and improvements in emotional well-being. The earlier people reach out, the better their outcomes tend to be. Open conversations about mental health also have a powerful effect. When people feel safe discussing their emotional experiences, stigma decreases. More people begin to seek help instead of trying to struggle in silence. Professional treatment, support from peers, and healthy coping strategies such as journaling, exercise, rest, or therapy help strengthen resilience and promote long-term stability. These steps show that mental health challenges are manageable and recovery is absolutely possible. Now, if our world valued mental health just as much as physical health, workplaces across the globe would see an increase in productivity while the burnout rates drop. People would feel safer asking for help instead of pushing themselves past their limits. Imagine communities where people feel genuinely supported and where conversations about emotions are normal instead of uncomfortable. People would be happier, families would be healthier, and society as a whole would feel more connected. If mental health was openly supported, we would see stronger relationships, reduced stress, and a more compassionate culture. And now you're probably wondering, what could we do? First, start checking in with yourself regularly. Notice your emotions, your stress levels, and your boundaries. This simple habit can prevent small concerns from turning into major challenges. Second, take the time to reach out to others. Send a message, ask how someone is doing, or just take a moment to listen. Connection reduces isolation, and isolation is one of the greatest threats to mental well-being. And finally, commit to healthy habits like getting enough sleep, staying active, and practicing mindfulness. These strategies support both emotional and physical balance. By taking these steps, each of us can create a world where mental health truly matters.